rid of all the negative thoughts that come into our mind, whether they're about ourselves or about someone else. But if it was that easy, simply replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts, we would have done that a long time ago. And it's actually quite exhausting trying to do that. Kind of creates a lot of conflict, a lot of inner tension. So this exercise, rather than doing that, is more about stepping back and seeing our thoughts with a little more clarity, a bit more distance, a bit more perspective. So we no longer have that bias of good thought, bad thought, pleasant thought, unpleasant thought. And instead we simply see them as thoughts. We recognize that we're not our thoughts. We're not our feelings. We're not what we look like, what we wear, what we do. That there's something beyond all of that, beneath all of that. And this exercise helps us really kind of touch that place, rest in that space. It's almost like a quiet confidence which underlies all the busyness and the noise of the mind. In this first 10 days, we're going to start with a technique called noting, where we simply label thinking as thinking, feeling as feeling. It may sound incredibly simple, but what it does, it starts to create a little bit of distance between ourselves and the thought, ourselves and the feeling, so we don't get so involved in it. And it creates a more restful state of mind. As always, I'll guide you through the exercise as we go. But to begin with, just take a moment or two to get comfortable, however you're sitting. As always, just starting with the eyes open, looking forward. A nice soft focus, aware of the space around you. And when you're ready, just starting with some nice big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with the next out breath, just gently closing the eyes now as you allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm, in and out through the nose. And in closing the eyes, just feeling the weight of the body pressing down. Feet on the floor, hands on the legs. And also starting to notice any sounds around you, both those loud and quiet. And as you just bring the attention back once again to the body now, starting to notice how the body feels right now. Starting at the top of the head in the usual way, just scanning down without trying to change anything. Just noticing how the body feels. And as you scan down towards the toes, just starting to notice the subtleties of the breath, whether the breaths are long or short, deep or shallow. Not trying to change the breathing in any way at all, just observing the natural rhythm. And in your own time, starting to count the breaths as they pass. One with the rise, two with the fall. Just up to a count of 10. Get to 10, you can stop and start again at 1. And remember, anytime you get distracted, the moment you realize you're distracted by thought, simply note it, thinking, and return to the breath, or feeling, and return to the breath. Just try that on your own now. So realizing that the mind's wandered in that moment, just gently noting, labeling what it is, and coming back to the breath. So remember, perfectly normal for the mind to wander off. The moment you realize you've been distracted, simply label or note the experience as thinking, let it go, and gently bring the attention back to the breath again. And just for a moment now, letting go of any focus at all. Don't worry about any distraction. You don't even need to focus on the breath now. Just for the next 10 seconds or so, just allowing the mind to do whatever it wants to do. If it wants to think, let it think. And now as you just gently bring the attention back to the body again, just starting to become more familiar with the space around you. That feeling of the body on the chair or the floor. Contact of the feet on the ground, the hands, the arms, on the legs. Starting to notice any sounds, any smells. You just become more aware of the space around you, and in your own time, you can just gently open your eyes again. Just taking the time to notice how you're feeling, not jumping up straight away, just giving yourself a few seconds to pause before starting or continuing with your day. And just reminding yourself as well that these patterns of thought, of low self-esteem or negative thinking, whatever you want to call it, these build up over a long period of time, become very strong. They don't change in a day or just a few days. This is a process where we let go of engaging with them the whole time. It's not we try and change them, but we no longer engage with them. We no longer take them so seriously. And in doing so, the mind feels more at rest, more at peace, and we experience what lies beneath those thoughts, what lies beneath or beyond our feelings. And over time, that quiet sense of confidence really starts to permeate our life. As you go about your day to day, do try and catch yourself if you realize that the mind's wandered off, just noting it gently as thinking or feeling, whichever it is, and just returning to whatever you're doing at the time. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 2